Learning is more effective when it is active rather than a passive process. Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Amisha Rawat, and I am the host for today's webinar. We all are here for webinar on management of personal finance organized by Digisaksham. Digisaksham is an initiative of SEMS Group which has developed content for over 300 courses in multiple languages which range from 4 hours to 6 months in various sectors of IT, BFSI, retail, and entrepreneurship for all age groups from school children, youth, professional, and senior citizens. DG Saksham has also conducted more than 100 webinars, 10 FDPs and workshops, 6 international conferences. DG Saksham impacted more than 15,000 plus lives through various webinars, conferences, and workshops, seminars across the globe. Further, moving with the topic of today's webinar, personal finance is a term that covers managing your money as well as saving and investing. Financial management is an important part of financial planning. When managing personal finances, having a clear objective and knowledge about one's finance is an essential part of creating a workable plan that is right for you. Financial management involves creating a budget, choosing a bank, paying taxes, managing debt, investing, retirement planning, and estate planning. So, to guide us all through this topic, we have with us Mr. Pranjal Rawat. Mr. Pranjal Rawat is an assistant professor in management department at IHMS. His areas of teaching include finance and marketing. Mr. Pranjal has more than 12 years of teaching and research experience and has published and presented research papers in peer-reviewed journals and conferences. In addition, he holds a master's degree in education, economics, and finance from different universities. He has also worked as a finance executive in MMD Noida for 2 years. He has been connected with so many research fraternity groups from where he has attended so many webinars, seminars, workshops, conferences, and also presented research paper on different aspects.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Digisaksham and SEM for giving me this opportunity to have my views on management of personal finance. This is Pranjal Rawat, Assistant Professor, Institute of Hospitality Management and Sciences. The topic, the content to be covered is what is finance and its importance, need for finance, what is financial decisions, ways of managing personal finance, and management tips to improve your finance. Here we go. Personal finance is a term that covers managing your money as well as saving and investment. It simply means key whatever amount of money you have earned, where you can save as well as where can you invest your money. There are so many sources and approaches where an individual can have their savings and investment. It included budgeting, banking, insurance, mortgages, and investment. These are the basic content which included in our personal finance, where an individual can invest their money and can earn a decent return on investment. Yes, this is what we think about personal finance. Shall I save my money, or I purchase a wallet, or I purchase a real estate, or I purchase a car, or shall I invest my money on purchasing a house? These are the various types of questions that might arise while you will be managing your finance. These are the basic or the key areas that you must know in the field of personal finance. That is home and mortgage, loans and debt, social security, budgeting, retirement plans, your taxes, risk management, investment on real estate, or maintaining of inventory management. So these are the various types of options that might arise while you will be managing your personal finance. Key, where we have to invest, what are the various sources, how can we invest, etc., etc. There are so many questions. So these are the scope, we can say, of your personal finance, where you can invest your hard and sweat money. Next question, why is personal financing important? This question nowadays has become a very important for in the life of every individual, because we all know that finance is considered as the backbone for every individual, whether it is household, farm, or any individual entity. Without having any proper finance, we can't manage our activities. So first is to manage your income and expenses. If guys, you will be having your proper finance, then only you can manage your income and expenses. Next, knowing details of current financial statement. Without having proper financial backgrounds, you can't maintain your financial statement, because neither you can make your trading accounts, nor you can continue your profit and loss account, and nor you can find out what actually your financial position is all about. Only and only it is possible when you have proper personal finance with you. Third is financial planning. This question is very common nowadays. Ki what to do, how to do, and in which business you want to do. But my dear friend, this is only possible when you have proper finance. Because if you don't have proper financial plan, you can't plan out for your businesses. So financial planning focus on proper personal finance. Next point is future forecasting regarding your goals. My dear friend, this is true. Because if you guys can't manage your proper finance, nor you can't do your policy formulation, nor you can plan out for your forecasting. Because in business, we all know that everyone wants to their business to expand, grow, and diversify in the future course of action. Then only your personal finance will be considered as important aspect. Next, dealing with uncertainties. This is very common. If I give an example, we can have the example of COVID-19, which is still continued in various countries. So in COVID-19, we have seen that many people lost their job, as well as your daily wages worker also lost their job. Maximum hotel industries, maximum restaurants, maximum bars, and maximum colleges were shut down. As a result, most of the candidates lost their job. Here, I must suggest that everyone must manage their personal finance so that they might deal with the uncertainties that has been related with any individual, because uncertainties might arise anytime, anywhere, in any place. So if you want to deal with uncertainties, try to manage your personal finance. Next, better investment options. Yes, my dear friend, if you have proper management of personal finance, then you can have proper investment option. Key either have to invest on fixed deposit. Shall I keep my money on a saving account? Shall I keep my money on real estate, or shall I expand my business? It is only and only possible when an individual person is able to manage their finance. Evaluation and revision of financial statement. Personal finance also helps any individual businessman, person, and entity to evaluate and revise their financial position. They can understand whether their financial position is profitable or not. If the business is earning maximum amount of profit, then with the help of their personal finance, they can expand, they can manage, and they can diversify their business. But if you can't manage your personal finance, so you can't do better investment, nor you can evaluate your financial position. So that's why for every individual life, personal financing plays a very, very important role. Yes. While you will be investing your money, or while you will be saving your money, these are the three decisions which you have to be taken care of while you will be investing your money, or distributing your profit, or you want to start up your own venture. So these are the three important decisions that plays a very, very important role in every businessman life. First is your investment decision. Obviously, we are talking about personal finance. So when we have managed our personal finance, then we can think for our proper investment. But my dear friend, if you will be investing on XYZ project, you have to be taken care of certain things before investing your project. Like talk about cash flow position. If the firm is earning a huge amount of profit, then you can invest in that particular project. Next, return on investment. Suppose there are XYZ, three options available to you. X is giving you 10% return on investment. Y is giving you 12% on return, and Z is giving you 14% of return on investment. So it's obviously you will be investing your personal finance money in your Z option. Why? Because they are giving you maximum return on investment. Third point, risk involved. Before investing your huge amount of money, and we can say your hard and sweat money, you have to be taken care of risk. If the business is more riskier and there are less chances of return on investment, so why shall I invest my money? But if risk is low, as well as the project is giving a huge return on investment, so I shall invest my money in that particular project. Fourth, investment criteria. Before investing on XYZ project, there are certain things you have to be kept in your mind. As I already mentioned it, cash flow position, return on investment, risk in white. But investment criteria, how many projects in which a company has invested, what is your loyalty in the market, what is your market value, what is your market shares. These will cover under your investment criteria, because if your investment criteria grows, then only maximum investors will be investing money in your project. Next point is market condition. Market conditions plays a very crucial role while investing our money in the market. As we can see, that there are so many conditions in the market, like sometimes it is inflation, sometimes there is deflation, sometimes there is stagnation. So we have to be careful while investing in our money in the project. What is the current trend of market, whether the market is stable, whether the market is declining, or whether the market is in the saturation phase. So these things you have to be kept in mind while you will be investing your money. Next, expansion of business. If suppose your business is expanding, a firm has planned to expand their business, a firm has planned to diversify their business. We can take the example of Tata Group. Tata Group is not only dealing in automobiles, they are also taking consultancies, CSR, etc., etc. So these are the various factors which you have to keep in your mind while you will be investing your money. Second, dividend decision. As we all know, this term is somewhere related to your share market. Whenever a shareholder or whenever an investor will invest some money in your project, so he or she will be expecting something in return. So what will be he getting? He will be getting dividend. And dividend comes from the part of profit that has to be distributed among the shareholders. So while you will be distributing your dividend to your shareholders, specifically preference shareholders. So these are the certain factors which might arise in your mind. Shall I distribute my whole money to my stakeholders, or shall I retain some money in my business for the sake of expansion and growth of business? So these are the basic questions which might arise in the mind of owner, which they have to decide. Like number of shares. Obviously, if you have invested a large number of shares in the XYZ firm, then they will be receiving more amount of dividend. Next, cash flow position. If the cash flow position of the firm is very good, then they can declare or they can distribute huge amount of dividend to their shareholders. Third, stability of earning. If the firm or the company is earning stable rate of earning. I have also given the example. Suppose if a firm has earned profit of 100 crore in 2009. Similarly, in the next year, they have earned profit of 110 crore. So we assume that in the upcoming years, they will definitely earn same consistent rate of profit. So then they can again distribute decent, huge amount of dividend to the stakeholders. Next, expansion of business. Suppose with the help of your personal finance, you want to expand your business. So my dear friend, if you want to expand your business, then you have to retain your personal finance with yourself. Then only you can expand your business, you can diversify your business, you can grow your business. It is only and only possible when you have successfully managed your personal finance. Next point is attractiveness. If suppose you want to attract maximum investors in your firm, or suppose you want that maximum shareholders to invest in your firm, then my dear friends, you have to declare, then you have to distribute a huge high rate of dividend to your shareholders. Then only maximum investors and maximum shareholders will be showing interest in your project. This is very important and very interesting. Common personal finance mistakes. These are the some mistakes which we done in the field of personal finance. We don't know, like when we were the child, we don't know where to invest our money, how to invest our money, and what will be the right option for the investment in which we are going to invest our money. So these are the basic parameters. These are the mistakes which we do while managing personal finance. First mistake is not buying insurance. This is the common mistake that every individual household did in their life. Why? Because we are very busy. Our schedule is very hectic. We don't have enough time for our family, especially those who are working in the corporate or those who are working in the private jobs, those who are traveling from one place to another. They don't have proper time to even think for their families. They even don't consider ki what will happen in case if I pass away from the world. So first is that we don't buying our insurance. I am talking about general insurance as well as I am talking about life insurance, because these two are the various crucial which every individual person have to do for their family. Next, not having emergency fund. This is the common mistake which we generally usually do. We don't keep our emergency fund for the future. Like most of the people didn't have proper amount of money in their saving account. Most of the people didn't have proper amount in their fixed deposit. Maximum people didn't have their LICs, fixed deposit. They even didn't have their recurring deposits. As a result, whenever there will be emergency, either they have to take loan from the banks or they have to ask for money from their relatives, which is a negative sign for their image. So my dear friend, this is the biggest problem. We have to maintain our emergency fund. Not having proper budgeting. This is the common mistake which every individual do, whether it is we, our family members, our relatives, our neighbors, because they don't manage proper budget. If you will not manage your proper budget, so you can't manage your anticipated expenditures and anticipated revenues. It is only possible when you manage your proper finance. But these types of mistakes we did every day. We didn't manage our proper budget. And at the end, then may say, ki yaar, we have less amount of money. Investment without any specification. Yes, this is the common blunder which we did. We didn't concern to anyone in which project shall I invest my money, or in which project shall I invest my hard and sweat money. There are so many options. Like you can invest in your property dealing. You have money in your real estate. You have money in your fixed deposit. You have your money in investment. You have your money in land. But no, we didn't think about it. We only think whatever we have earned, we have to expend it only and only, and we have to live a luxurious life. But my dear friend, what will happen if the same situation arises like COVID-19? You don't have proper amount of money, then how will you manage your basic necessaries, things kind of stuff? So you have to maintain it out. Next, investing in low risk methods. Most of the peoples, maximum peoples are not in the condition to take risk because they have a kind of fear in their mind. When they will invest their money in some unknown projects, they might suffer from a huge type of loss. So without concerning anyone, without concerning any expertise candidates, they invest their project in low risk methods. So these are the basic mistakes which every individual do with by not managing personal finance. Money management tips to improve your finances. My dear friend, if you want to manage your finances, here are the certain tips which I am sharing from my own point of view, which will help you all guys in managing your personal finances. First, track your spending to improve your finance. Guys, try to find out where you are investing your money, where are you expending your money. You have to make a complete record of it, because if you will not make a record of it, you will not be able to manage your finances. Definitely, there will be mismatch of your personal finance. So if you want your personal finance to be managed, try to track your spending. Next, create a realistic monthly budget. My dear friend, you have to maintain your monthly budget, like how much revenue you have in front of you. What are the various expenditure that might rise in the XYZ month? Like it can be your student fees, it can be your tuition fees, it can be your necessary goods, it can be your investments, it can be your wedding functions, it can be anything. So for that, you have to maintain proper monthly budget, because if you are not able to maintain your monthly budget, so then you can't meet your daily basis requirement. Next, build up your savings, even if takes. Try to save as much as you can. I'm not saving to save your entire money for your life, but at least save your monthly income so that you can meet up the uncertainties that might arises in the future. Next point is pay your bills on time every month. These are the common points. We can't delay our payments that might arise in your month. Like You have to pay your electricity bill. You have to pay up your water bill. You have to pay your recharge bill. You have to pay your television bill, and so many bills are there. So you have to pay it on time. Then only you can manage your finance. If you are just paying your bills after the month has gone, so might be there are chances of penalties. So make sure that the payments of bills should be on time. Next point is cut back on recurring charges. These are the expenses, these are the charges which might arises on regular chances. Like if I give an example of the common student, most of the students are habitual of having fast food. They will consume it on regular basis. So if I consider it, it is a irrelevant expenses. So everyone should reduce such kind of expenses. Someone is addicted of someone, so he or she might cut down such expenses so that this amount of money can be used for their betterment. This amount of money can be used in a future course of action. Next, save up cash to afford big purchases. If you want to do shopping, if you want to do huge amount of saving, you can only do big purchases if you guys have proper amount of cash pocket. If you guys don't have any amount of money, so you can't do big purchases, because big purchases require big pocket. Big pockets requires big saving, and big saving require big personal financing. Next, start an investment strategy. This strategy, this tips has to be followed by each and every individual, whether it is a student, whether it is a family member, whether it is a businessman, or whether it is a house maker. Everyone should start an investment strategy. Like, you can invest your money on fixed deposit, you can invest your money on saving deposit, you can have your recurring deposit, you can have your investments on shares, you can have your investments on LICs. There are hell lot of options available, not only in India, outside the world, where we can invest your money. Yes, these are the modes of personal finance. These are the various sources. These are the various sources where you can manage your personal finance, because everyone want that their hard and sweat money should remain safe and secure. So for that, here I am suggesting few options and few modes where you can manage, where you can invest your personal finance. Fixed deposits, saving deposits, life insurance corporations, national pension scheme, shares, mutual funds, SIPs, PPF, real estate, post office, small saving schemes, and post office fixed deposits scheme. So these are the various modes of personal finance where an individual can invest their hard and sweat money. First is your fixed deposit. These are the basics saving for any individual household. These are the basic sources of personal finance where you can invest your money. Fixed deposit, like you can invest your money for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. And in fixed deposit, you get a decent amount of investment. Second, saving deposit. This is the common factor. This is the common parameters where an individual want to save their money. Saving deposit. Everyone will have their saving account deposit where you can keep your monthly deposit, like starting from 5,000 or 500 till it has no limit. You can save your money and you will get a decent interest, like 4 to 5% you will get on your basic saving deposit. This is again the safe mode of your personal finance where you can save and manage your finance. Third, if we talk about LIC, most of you have heard this word. It is very common. Obviously, LIC, Life Insurance Corporation. Not only Life Insurance Corporation is the mode of saving, but it is the mode of investment. In Life Insurance Corporation, you can invest your personal finance. Like suppose if an individual have their LIC of rupees 5 to 10 lakhs, then it will not only help them in the investment purpose, but also they can get a decent amount of mortgage loan on their LIC. As well as suppose if someone have taken their LIC policy, and in case there is any mishappening arises in your home, so whole lump sum amount will be distributed to your nominee or to be your family members. So these can be a basic source of personal finance. So it's my personal opinion, it's my personal suggestions that everyone should take their LICs, not only considering themselves, but also considering their family members. National Pension Scheme. National Pension Scheme. This scheme was launched by Ministry of Finance on 2009 for the government employees. But after that, it has been implemented, and this scheme has been made mandatory for every individual. Like I, you, and all attending my webinar, they can have their national pension scheme. The advantage of national pension scheme is that you can have your savings, you can have your investment, but my dear friend, you can have also rebate, you can have also concession in your income tax return. The government provide you a rebate of 50,000 under section 80cc, and you will be having your money safe in that particular program, national pension scheme. So, and one more thing, in national pension scheme, you can withdraw your money after 5 years within the slot of 50,000, 1 lakh and 2 lakh anytime, whenever you want, because it is your own source of money. So national pension scheme. Shares, everyone know shares. Nowadays, shares has become a very common in individuals' life. It is a mode of arranging finance. So you can also invest in your shares. Like you can invest your money in equity shares. You can invest in your money in preference shares. You can have your money in debentures. You can have your money in bonds, because these are the sources of finance where they can receive healthy return on investment. Next, if we talk about mutual funds, mutual funds nowadays has become a very common. Mutual funds, not only it has used in India, but also it is used in your USA, Canada, etc., etc. Because mutual funds has considered as the safest mode of investment, as well as it receive a huge amount of investment. So this is your mutual funds. SIP, systematic investment plan. Systematic investment plan. This is the innovative and the new trend. This is the innovative and the new trend where you can have investment your money. That is systematic investment plan. In systematic investment plan, you can save your money on monthly basis. It starts from rupees 500 to rupees 1 lakh 50,000. And again, on monthly basis, you can deposit 500 rupees minimum and maximum 1 lakh 50,000. And there is no limit for the maximum. You can have as much as money you can invest in SIP, because it has been considered as the safest and the most crucial mode of personal finance. Next, PPF, Public Provident Fund. Public Provident Fund. This is the scheme developed by Ministry of Finance only for the government or central employees. But after the Companies Act 2013, it has been changed, and now it has become mandatory for everyone to maintain their public provident fund, especially those persons who are working in government, private, and semi-government department. But while you will be managing with your PPF, make sure that you have to maintain your only one account, because a person who is having two PPF account will not be considered as per the RBI Act. So make sure this is your public provident fund. Real estate. It is a very common topic, real estate. Like here, you can invest in the land, your properties, okay, your buildings, etc., etc. You can have your land, you can have your plottings, you can have your buildings, you can have your apartments, or where you can invest your money. Next is post office small savings scheme. These are the very basic common schemes. Like we are talking about like banking sector, we are talking about your LIC department, we are talking about your national pension scheme, we are talking about your mutual funds, we are talking about your SIPs, we have also talked about your public provident fund. So post office, it is a common and genuine term. Everyone have heard that. Maximum people feel safe to invest, to save their money in post offices. Post office provide you certain kind of facilities where you can invest your money. Like in post offices, you can invest minimum 500 rupees and maximum whatever you want to do. And in post office small saving scheme, you can get 7.1% interest rate while you will be saving your deposit. Next, post office fixed deposit scheme. Apart from saving schemes, the post office also provide you fixed deposits scheme because maximum common people prefer post office savings over other financial institutions. Though other financial institutions are also safe and secure, but post office fixed deposit schemes are considered to be the safest mode of investment. So fixed deposits scheme. There are so many options in your public deposit, like you can have 1 year deposit, you have 2 year deposit, you have 3 year deposits, you have 5 year deposits, and with the every changing in your fixed deposit amounts, your interest rate also gets changes. If we talk about a common people get 5.5% till first year, in the second year they get 6.7%, in the third year they get 7.2%, and likewise as the year passes on, the interest rate of fixed deposit also changes. But my dear friend, market conditions should also be considered. This might be very interesting for you guys. A small slide I have shared, managing of personal finance for the students. Earlier I was talking about how a common individual, how an individual person can manage their finance. What were the various mistakes that have been done by managing personal finance? This is for the students. I hope maximum students will be attending the webinar. So this slide is for you guys. How can you manage your personal finance? We have heard that, we have seen that maximum students just waste their money in buying something unnecessary ingredients, unnecessary items, which might be injurious to their health as well as for the society. So my dear friend, take it on a serious note. Pay with cash when you can. Try to avoid plastic mode of sharing. Try to make cash payment. Point number 2, when possible, use a debit card instead credit card. If it is possible, use your debit card instead of credit card because it might charges in credit card. So you must avoid doing transactions from credit card. Prefer debit card over credit card if needed. Point number 3 is record a debit card purchase in your check register as soon as possible. Whatever transactions you have done, whatever amount has been deducted from your account, try to maintain it so that you can manage your amount of transactions as well as your expenditure amount. Next, make it a priority to pay your balance in a month. This is a very interesting and very important point. I suggest that everyone should abide this point. Try to pay your balance as soon as possible. Don't delay it for the last. Whether it is your electricity bill, whether it is your water bill, whether it is your any kind of bill, try to make them priority to pay in the beginning of the month so that at the end of the day or at the end of the month, you will not be pressurized with the overburden of your payments of bill. Don't get cash advances on your credit. Sometimes we do huge amount of shopping and then we just use our credit card. And sometimes what happen? Your credit card amount just gets reduced. So this kind of be a problem. So whatever will be the requirement of your credit card, try to avail only such kind of cash with you all. Don't try to be just use credit card on your like daily basis routine. Don't use more than one credit card. Those who have credit card, it's very good, but don't use more than one credit card. Try to focus only on one credit card. Try to avoid using more than one credit card. So guys, that's it from my side in the managing of personal finance. If guys, anyone have any queries, any questions, you are open to ask.
What are the pros and cons of personal financing?
Yeah, pros and cons. Like if we manage proper finance, then can you have proper saving options, then you can have proper investment opportunities. You can have huge amount of money to deal with certain kind of uncertainties, as well as you can increase your earnings and the revenues for the future course of action. If we talk about the cons, like limitations or the negative aspects of your personal finance, is that you don't have a right idea what is the best source for the source of investment. So for that, you will be need any kind of expert, and the expert will charge huge amount of money. Next is market conditions. Market conditions can be a limitations for the personal finance, because if the market is not stable, if the market is not stable, if the market is fluctuating each and every day, like if we talk about the war between Russia and Ukraine, the market is not stable. Not only it is affecting their share market, but it is also affecting our Indian share market. So this can be like calamities, uncertainties. Okay, so many things which we can say. These can be the cons of the person. And the next question is, in this digital age, we have Gcash and Pay Maya to pay our purchases online. Is this advisable to use or invest on Gcash or Pay Maya as an alternative to debit? Yes, it can be an option if you talk about. These are the very basics, but yes, you can have alternative of debit and credit card over Pay Maya. And which mode is the best for investment or personal financial management? I have shared you, I think, 12 to 13 options in my slides where you can invest your personal finance. So as per me, every personal finance is equally important, but it depends on the investor's point of view where they want to invest their money. If they are a risk taker, then they invest their money in share market. If they are least risk taker, then you can have your fixed deposit and your saving account deposit, because these are also the decent return on investment provided to the common customer. You can also have investment in your real estate as the market is fluctuating each and every day. We can also see the prices of land. We can also see the prices of your building and investment. It is increasing continuously year by year. So over and all sources you can consider, but totally it depends on the affordability, earning capacity, paying capacity, and the liquidity which you have while you want to do your investment.